Alright, I guess that'll be my next chore. Got a whole bunch of limbs that came down off these trees in the pasture in the last ice storm over the last couple of days. Speaking of which, look, blue skies, long overdue. Everybody's so happy. I just watched the two bucks there, Milo and what's his name, Javier, were just grab-assing over there, chasing each other around, doing backflips. Anywho, today is, I think, Tuesday the 16th of February, 2021. And I just finished a real quick lunchtime project because we've got a storm. Even though it's clear right now, I got another big storm coming in. And a winter weather advisory for the next 2 days. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to build out a little bit more of a compost pile. So I already got one covered pile right there. And so this is how I make my compost. I have my own special recipe. It's not overly technical. It is donkey manure, goat manure, a little bit of rabbit manure, nasty hay that has been in the bottom of the barn stalls and the nursery stalls and whatnot, which has a lot of urine in it, so it's really high in some of the nutrients that you want to break down in the composting process to put into the soil. And wood shavings are also part of the infrastructure for the barn, for the stalls and whatnot. So I kind of mix it. I actually go to the nth degree and mix it in some rough ratios. Set it. I've decided to use long runs like this, piles, heaps, whatever you want to call them. And since it's going to rain here in a little bit, supposedly by the end of the day, I'll leave it uncovered, let it get really saturated once, tarp it up like that, and let it build up the heat. You can kind of see the different layerings. I put most of the nasty hay and wood chips on top. This is donkey manure. It's been sitting in the donkey stall for probably too long, so it's already compost. That's not even manure anymore. That's actually humus, which is what we want. This whole thing is going to break. This whole pile will break down and look like that when it's done, and it'll go into the next project. So I think I've referred to this before. I ordered the first of probably 3 big 100-foot by 16-foot commercial grade Caterpillar tunnels that you see kind of like in growing areas and farms and whatnot, that extend the growing season into 4 seasons. So I can they're basically big greenhouses, but 100 foot long, goes from the top of the hill right there down to that little past that bucket. So 100 feet long. I went 16 feet wide instead of 14, and I'm gonna put 2 of them in here. First one should be here in about 2 weeks, and I'll get it. That'll be the prototype. I'm gonna get basically 1 every month for 3 months. The second one will probably go next to it here, and I'm thinking the third one is gonna go on the pasture on the other side of the house over there. Probably gonna relocate the pistol range, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get off my butt and finally stand up the tilapia farm, do the aquaponic gardening with tilapia fish and whatnot. So that requires another greenhouse, because you have to keep those tilapia fish at about 74 degrees or something like that. So if you're gonna raise them year round, obviously that requires either some kind of heat augmentation or a greenhouse. So I'll go with the greenhouse. Anywho, sun's up, chores done. Took me a little less than an hour. So I'll go back to my day job. But it's good to get that behind me, because I can see it coming. My phone's chirping and burping because they're calling for some pretty nasty weather coming in. Not like we haven't had nasty weather for the last week or so, but more coming. So we're gonna take advantage of it. And then once this soggy ass ground dries out, which is not even close right now, then I'll get my behind up on a ladder and a chainsaw and start cutting up some of these limbs that are kind of widowmakers. There's one right there. But it's funny, the 2 goats and even the chickens, you can see. I saw rabbits in there too. Everybody loves it. So actually, since we're videoing, this will be the next project. The project after the project after the project is I was at Tractor Supply to get a new pitchfork, and they had these Jack Daniel's whiskey barrels kind of on sale. I mean, those things are huge. I mean, huge, thick. I mean, I could barely pick one of those half barrels up. So I got 3 of those. Those will be a project, and how those are going to end up, they're going to be, I'm going to custom design some pallets, not unlike those. Those are for a different purpose. But I'm going to put a custom designed pallet under each one of them, and I'm going to grow what I'll call goat-friendly trees, shrubs, or something like that. And this will be the first 3. I can envision maybe having a dozen of them eventually. And just kind of putting them all over this pasture right here, so the goats will have something to eat. And because some people don't know, these goats are not grazers; they're browsers. So even though they will graze, kind of like a donkey over there. You can't even see the donkeys. They will graze grass, pasture grass and whatnot. But they're browsers, which means they prefer to not look down and eat, but to look up and eat. So they like to browse in trees and bushes and shrubs and berry shrubs and all that kind of crap. So I'm going to grow, I have to do some homework and figure out what I'm going to grow. But these whiskey barrels, you can imagine, they're going to be like out here, and then they're going to have some kind of a tree or shrubbery that goes whoop, and goats will be able to climb up on the whiskey barrel, so because they also love climbing up on stuff. And then once they climb up, they can either sit under the shade of whatever I'm growing, or they can eat the damn thing. I don't really care. It'll be there for them to eat. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Hey, what the hell? Since the weather's so nice right now, here's the 2 newborns. Neither one of them have names yet. Little brown guy there, he's pushing up on 2 weeks old. This little guy is about 3 days old. Completely different personalities. I mean, I've been telling people lately when they ask what their names are. My habit is with all the animals, really. Spend some time with them for as long as it takes for me to really kind of pick up on their behaviors. He's spoiling. I can already tell this guy. He's gonna have some kind of a fighter's name, because every time I pick him up, it's like I'm grappling. He just grapples with me. It's a constant fight. He just struggles and squirms. Like now he's picking a fight with a newborn. You showing dominance already? Man, you're a tough little shit. But I will say this: the little black one was a pound heavier at birth than him. So you can do your grab assing now, but give it a couple of weeks, he's gonna beat the shit out of you. He's gonna be a big boy. But personality-wise, this little black guy is really just stoic, quiet. I don't think I've ever heard him whimper or whine once. I pick him up and he just looks at me. He's like, whatever. This guy, he's got some lungs on him. I'm surprised he's not. If he wasn't here with this little guy, he'd be screaming right now. Mama, mama, mama. Look at this. They're gonna start headbutting already. Ooh, he's defending. Good boy. Don't take his crap. His horns haven't come off yet. That's kind of pissing me off. If you recall, I did the disc budding with the iron about 4 or 5 days ago, and I would have hoped his little horn buds would have fallen off already, but they haven't. Which, it could be I was a little gun shy with the iron, because it's just not a pleasant thing to do. Stick a big hot branding iron into his skull. Of course, makes him scream and whatnot. Not fun at all. But I followed the protocol: 4 seconds for each horn bud, and they're supposed to dry up and fall off. But as you can see, they're kind of drying up, but they're just not falling off. Oh my God, this guy! I might not castrate him. He's got so much personality. He's such a buck. He's hilarious. I did an experiment. About an hour ago, and I put brown buck in with Adriana, who's nursing black buck, and it was interesting because little brown buck here, he went straight for the teat. Man, he walked up on her and said, "Excuse me, coming through," and he tried to clamp onto a teat, and she head-butted him pretty good and made it really clear. It's like, "Nope, you're not my burden. Go find your own mama." So I was kind of curious to see if he could have like a play date with this guy in Adriana's presence, but nope. That was I don't know if you call that a positive test or a negative test. Little Mr. Froggy. You want to fight somebody? Come fight this. Come here, boy. Oh, you want to fight? Oh, come, bring it. Go, yeah, you come get a piece of this. Oh yeah? Whoa! I'm gonna tie your ass up in a knot, boy. We got enough cocky bucks on this property. God, Milo's gonna have a field day with these guys. All right, I just wanted to introduce you guys to the rest of the world. Do a real quick update on the newborns. Sun's getting ready to go behind a cloud, so we'll roll this up. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Oh, see? You got poked in the eye. Don't do it. Flick, flick. Anyways, enjoy, guys. Hey, little buddy. Can we see your face? He's got a face. You just can't see his eyes. He's so black. There he is. There he is. This punk. Punk. Cutie. Punk. Yeah, be nice. Not. Cocky little shit.